Aries, hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenny. I go through the astrology transit highlights for each sign every week. This week in particular, we have so much going on. We have Uranus going retrograde. Saturn is retrograding back into Pisces. We have Mercury moving into Virgo. And we also have a full moon eclipse in Pisces on Sunday, on the 7th, at the end of the week. The energetic shifts are just crazy this week. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, please. I love new people. Leave me a comment below as well. And I also appreciate all the likes that you guys give in the comments. And don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so you always know when I post a video for the next week. All right, well, let's just get into it because it's absolutely insane. It's just crazy energy. It just is. Monday, September 1st, Saturn will retrograde back into Pisces at 3 a.m. So we're going to wake up feeling this energy. Now, for you, Aries, first of all, Saturn does really well in the 12th house. And it also does pretty okay in Pisces. Saturn in your first house, you guys kind of got a dose of reality when it comes to how you go about getting what you desire out of life. And now Saturn in Pisces is going to help you rewrite, finish up these subconscious beliefs that no longer serve you when it comes to working hard. Any subconscious beliefs when it comes to authority that's holding you back. Think about the last 2.5 years. We got a sneak peek of Saturn in Aries, so you know what that feels like. But think about the last 2.5 years. What have you been working on in your mental health? What have you been disciplined with? Have you been disciplined with meditation? Have you been disciplined with not using certain substances anymore? Daddy Saturn likes to, crack the whip and be like, this is what you need to do in order to get to where you're trying to go. And that 12th house is really powerful. It holds our perception, and our perception is our reality. So this is finishing up a lot of things for you. I love it. I think it's amazing. 12th house transits are just so freaking powerful. And when we're done with them, we feel like we can take on the world. So love it. We also have a Sagittarius moon on Monday, and the Sagittarius moon is going to be trining Mercury at 6:30 p.m. And I absolutely love this when it comes to your creativity, your joy, your inner child on the same page as your beliefs and your growth and your expansion. This is just a fun, feel-good transit. At 8:45 p.m., the moon will move into Capricorn. And, Capricorn moons are pretty great because we can put our feelings aside and we can really focus on the tasks that we need to do, the groundwork that we're doing, to get shit done, like tackle your to-do list, especially because Tuesday, September 2nd, we will wake up with that Capricorn moon. You might feel really career-driven, like emotionally driven in your career. And Mercury will move into Virgo at 9 a.m., which is also your other career house. So you're getting these boosts of energy in your career sector on Tuesday. And Mercury and Virgo, they're best friends. They work amazing together. And we're just going to feel really crispy in our minds and also finally end that freaking Mercury and Leo retrograde for good. Like, we're done. We're moving past it. We're on to bigger and better things. Mercury goes retrograde 4 times a year. So there are always like little things that we need to complicate or contemplate that can be complicated. But we're moving on, and we're in Mercury and Virgo, and we'll be there for 3 weeks. This is a really great time, this energy, for you guys to assess your daily schedule. Really start making those lists. Like, understand where you're putting your time and your energy into. What are you focusing on? Like, what is your focus? So I absolutely love Mercury and Virgo when it comes to, if you are a career-driven Aries, this is going to benefit you in career, in laying the groundwork and your daily tasks in order to further yourself in your career. Wednesday, September 3rd, we will wake up with a Capricorn moon. Now, we do have Mercury square Uranus at 2:40 a.m., and this is more of a nighttime transit. I use Central Standard Time, by the way, so just change your time accordingly. This can give off crazy dreams. This can give off a lot of mental energy, so you might not sleep well Tuesday night into Wednesday, but thankfully, Mercury is moving quick, okay? It's picked up speed, so this is going to be more of a quicker transit, which is really great. But at the same time, we have Mercury, in your 6th house, we have Mercury, in your 6th house. Okay, I just want to show you this. Don't laugh at me, but I drew this like 2 years ago, and it's still what I use for you guys. So the circle isn't that great, so I had to double check. Like, hold on a second. So we have Mercury in the sixth house, making a square to your third house. So this could honestly just be Wednesday morning. You could have like plans or Tuesday night get canceled. You know, that third house is our shorter distant trips, our daily routine. Sixth house is our daily routine. And so like there could just, when we have aspects and squares from the third to the sixth house, plans get canceled, things that you wanted to do, you can't do. That's how that can really play out. But it really does involve your mind and your perception and how you get frustrated when things don't go your way, Aries. That's going to be a big thing, especially with Saturn retrograde in Pisces in your house of your mental health and your perception. So now, Thursday, September 4th, we will wake up with an Aquarius moon, and the Aquarius moon will be making a conjunction to Pluto at 9 a.m. This is important because we get an Aquarius moon once a month, Aries, and we're going through this transformation. You guys specifically are going through this transformation on discovering your unique self and where you're putting the power outside of yourself when it comes to your community, your friend groups, and your hopes and dreams, and your authenticity, just like your weird, authentic self. Everybody has quirks, and Pluto really wants you to bring them out. Pluto really wants you to dig deep, go into that underworld, and understand where you're holding yourself back on bringing your true self forward, not defense mechanisms. That's going to be a big one with Pluto. This 15-16 year cycle is really understanding what your defense mechanisms are, Aries, because I know some of you got a lot of them. I love you, Aries. You guys are so fun to hang out with. But anyways, this conjunction, this means that your emotions are going to be on the same page as the underworld, as Pluto, and understanding where you're putting the power outside of yourself. So utilizing this transit, which lasts about 2 hours, the moon moves fast, happens once a month. This is just a healing opportunity, honestly. So we also have Mars square Jupiter. This is happening at 10 p.m. We could feel this Thursday and Friday as Mars stays in the same degree for 2 days about. So it's a slower moving transit. And with Mars making a square to Jupiter, first of all, Jupiter does well with squares, oppositions. Doesn't matter if it's a positive or negative transit. Jupiter brings this optimism and growth opportunity to whatever's happening, especially with Mars conflict. It brings this growth opportunity. And because it's happening between your partnerships, relationships, and your fourth house of family and home life, something could just go awry at home. Like you could have an argument with somebody at home, a roommate, somebody you live with. Just like the home and relationships, something could go wrong. And it's about a growth opportunity. It's about perception for you. You Aries are really working on your perception and finalizing a lot of perception and fake restrictions that you've had in your mind that's been holding yourself back with Saturn retrograding into Pisces. So just know there could be some conflict in the home front, could be some conflict with just partnerships and relationships in general for you Aries. Now, Friday, September 5th, we have the Aquarius moon trine Mars, which I really love this because this is your relationships just working out really well with each other, like your hopes and dreams and the people in your life. This is an excellent time Friday night to go out if you are feeling good when it comes to your partnerships and relationships or working on some projects that really just get you going. We do have Uranus going retrograde at 11:51 p.m. And when a planet goes retrograde the day of, we can really feel the intensity of that planet. And Uranus is a planet of chaos, breakthroughs, unexpected happenings. The only predictable thing about Uranus is it's unpredictable. So if you want to think about it in a way like if you're feeling anxious, it's really just anticipation. Move your body, shake your body out, work out. You could get amazing breakthroughs on Friday, like the day goes retrograde, like amazing breakthroughs. Something random could happen in your immediate environment as well. It is that third house, but it's also your mental space. So I really see you, a lot of you Aries are really going to be getting epiphanies in, like understanding, like if something's been, like if you've been confused about career, if you've been confused about love, every Aries, you guys are different. Whatever it is you're looking to get clarity on, Friday's a good day to ask for it. It really is a good day to ask for it. Now, Saturday and Sunday is going to be eclipse energy to the fullest. We're going to have a Pisces moon. We have the full moon Pisces eclipse happening at 15 degrees. If you are an Aries with mutable sign placements around 15 degrees, this is going to affect you more. But what I do love about this full moon eclipse, it is going to be so powerful for you guys specifically, because it's the 12th house of perception. So this is probably going to be one of the most clarifying full moons you will experience in a really long time. And our perception, Aries, creates our reality. Whatever we perceive and believe is what we receive, okay? So this is a beautiful time for things to be shown to you in how your mental health is really dictating your life, how these subconscious beliefs are really dictating your life, how substance abuse is really dictating your life, and it doesn't serve you anymore. If you are an Aries that has been working on their mental health space or working on your subconscious beliefs, this is also a harvesting full moon. So even though this is an internal house, it could just be a day where you feel really fucking good, like just super good. Like you're just like, I know where I'm going. I understand my perception. I know what direction I'm going in. And you could just feel really amped and pumped up. Full moons do give us energy, but it is happening in that 12th house, which when we have transits to our 12th house, it does make us a little bit more internal. And if you're rewriting and getting your DNA changed and rewriting these subconscious beliefs, new wires in the brain, whatever it may be, that takes energy, right? So if you are tired, rest your body this full moon. Pisces energy is all about flow, not force, trusting your intuition, trusting and digging deep. Meditation is going to do you wonders, okay? And pay attention to your dreams. This is a huge dream house. So pay attention Saturday night, Sunday night. If you do choose to go out and drink and have a good time, just know it does tend to, with substances, affect your dreams. So if you're trying to get clarity and you're trying to get answers, I would recommend being clean if you can. If you are somebody that's looking for those answers, Aries, pay attention to those dreams. There's an excellent website called dreammoods.com that can give you references of, like, you know, if you're in a house that's messy, if there's water in your dream, if there's an animal in your dream, like a spider, like those are all references. Dream work is serious and important, and they help us discover what our intuition, aka soul, is trying to convey to our mind in order to help us revert and change our perception. So pay attention to those dreams, and just know that if this weekend you feel a little reclusive and you don't want to be around a bunch of people, that's that full moon energy in that 12th house. It really is an independent, personal full moon for you guys. So I would say, like, avoid making plans Saturday and Sunday, especially Sunday if you can, okay? Because the full moon's going to happen at 1:09 p.m. on Sunday. So avoid making those plans. Make sure if you have a family, if your life is busy, you can at least get an hour to yourself to be in your own thoughts, in your own energy. Meditation while you do the dishes. Meditate while you're doing laundry. Meditation just involves you not thinking. It doesn't have to be a formal meditation of you sitting down at all, Aries. All right, Aries. That was a lot of information for this week. I'm going to do a card energy pull as well. So pick one or two. And let's do it. And I just want to thank you so much for the likes, for the comments, for the support as I am growing my channel. I really, really appreciate it, Aries, a lot. So thank you so much for being here. Ooh. Ooh. 2 for number 1, 3 for number 2. Okay. Number ones. Okay, this message is very, very, very clear. This is going to be really about you resting. It really is like taking your time and understanding where you're putting your energy out and where you're receiving energy. And if the energy that you're receiving in partnerships and relationships is for your best interest when it comes to your mental health, number ones, this is going to be a really big time of meditation and pondering, because that is where you are going to find your riches, is through meditation, number ones. Very important next week to be in your own energy as much as you really can, especially on the weekend. Ooh, number 2s. Look at that. Diving deep is how I see this. Digging deep. Understanding. Number two is there is something holding you back when it comes to work, okay? When it comes to, I recommend changing your definition of work because number two is you guys are very, very passionate. You have this strength, you have this fire energy inside of you, but there's a couple beliefs when it comes to authority and when it comes to how you perceive work should be that's not serving you anymore. And this is what's holding you back from furthering yourself in your career. And maybe you're doing really well in your career, but maybe you're just not happy in what you're doing. Like, you know, it's not, yeah, maybe you make money, but it's not emotionally satisfying. But there is something there, like, redefine the word work and what was work to you growing up, Aries, because that is looking to be changed, okay? All right, thank you so much, Aries. I will see you next week.